everybody, it's Jamie. Today's video, we're talking about one of my favorite shows, Smallville. Now, to be honest, disclaimer, I haven't actually finished the series of Smallville, but I'm on season 9, like the end of season 9, so that's close, right? But Smallville, phone keeps going off in videos, but I recently, from one of my friends, got the whole series. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy I can't hold it like this, and then everything's sliding out the end. But yeah, he works for like the packaging for Warner Brothers, and he scraped up all the pieces, and so now I have the complete series Smallville. I'm friends with his wife and him, but his wife Tammy came to work and gave it to me in the parking lot, and I thought I was going to break down in tears of happiness because this is amazing. And something like this is so expensive. I mean, like, and then he scraped it up for me and he gave it to me, and I'm like, oh my god. He gives me a lot of things, and he's like literally the best. But I kind of wanted to thumb through it and kind of talk about favorite seasons and favorite characters, and they have a lot of cool pictures. So let's get started. So I really like this box set because it comes in like a book style kind of thing. And so the book for seasons 1 through 5 is the blue one. And can we talk about how everybody looks like little tiny eeny weeny babies? They're so cute. But yeah, it's heavy. They're heavy. So inside of them, they all have kind of exclusive pictures. It tells you what season you're in, and there's 2 discs per side. So you get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll make sure to do like close-ups and everything so you guys can like see the pictures. But yeah, so you kind of thumb through all of them, and they have some exclusive pictures and things like that. Smallville is one of those shows that I didn't really start watching until it was practically over. Kind of like what I did with Sons of Anarchy. I tune in for like the 2 or the last season, and then it's over, and then I cry because it's a really good show. But yeah, Smallville is one of those shows also that, because we just had, we didn't have a DVR until like I was in high school, and I think Smallville was possibly over by then. So it was just one of those shows that if it was on TV, I'd watch it, even if I didn't know exactly what was going on, because we also didn't have internet at home until I was in high school. But I got the idea, and a lot of times ABC Family, which is now Freeform, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess it's a Warner Brothers show, so it would have been Channel 5 for us here in Southern California. So KTLA / the CW. They would show the reruns all the time, especially over holiday weekends and stuff, or like Christmas vacation. So I'd always end up catching in at least the beginning of a season, and then I always watched the recap. So even if I didn't know 100% what was going on, I still enjoyed the show, and I love Tom Welling. And actually, I remember when I decided to rewatch Smallville, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago. I was getting them from the public library, because the public library tends to have seasons of shows that were donated to the library. So I was getting them not necessarily season by season. I was getting them like disc pack by disc pack, which is not very good when you're trying to watch something in a linear fashion. And so I'd always get, half of season 2 and then all of season 3, and I'm like, but I still haven't seen the beginning of season 2. So that was kind of hard, and then there was a lot of Wikipedia filling in the gaps of things that I'm like, you know what, I only have 3 days left to watch this set of DVDs. I'll just watch it now. I don't know when I'm going to get the other set. But I still love the show, even if I didn't see all of it. And it's an amazing show. And for the longest time, I used to love Lex Luthor. And I knew as soon as, after watching season 1, he was Lex Luthor, and I'm like, you know what, I know he's gonna turn on Clark at some point, and it's gonna kill me. And it did. But I really love Lex in the first, I think, 2 seasons, I think it is. I don't remember, because I binge through all of them, so I don't remember them. I don't know where seasons stop and start. But I really love Lex. I loved his and Clark's relationship of being best friends, which made the betrayal all the worse. And then once Lex kind of turned everything around, it's like, oh, Lex, I love you, but you're killing me. And then Lana Lang, I think, is the character I like the least. I really don't like Lana Lang. I knew as soon as she appeared on screen in season 1, and you know, Clark was totally in love with her, and I'm like, no, she's not going to be a good one. And she wasn't. She drives me insane, and it drives her and Clark's whole, when she shows up back in town and he's like, oh, I still love you, it drives me nuts. I hate it. I don't like Lana Lang. Chloe, on the other hand, Chloe is great. I think if I was going to be a character in Smallville, it would definitely be Chloe. Although I'm probably not as smart as she is, but we love the weird. And also, who doesn't want to be Clark Kent's best friend? I also remember Smallville because the actor who plays Clark Kent's dad is also one of the dads in The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and he was my favorite dad in that show. And he's also one of the Dukes of Hazzard, so how could you not like him? These are the later seasons, so this is season 6 through 10, and it has like a maroon spine. And this one obviously has the updated pictures. Obviously we're getting into Mr. Oliver Queen and the Justice League itself. I think when the Justice League kind of started coming in, Aquaman, the guy who plays Aquaman, 1, he's really cute, but 2, I liked Aquaman's character and his little backstory and everything. Also, Lois is one of my favorite characters. She's hilarious. I laugh every time she's on screen. I think she's amazing, and I love that she's not taking any crap from anybody, but she's also still a very vulnerable character. Yeah, I love, because I'm in season 9, so I think it's season 8 when Clark kind of has to tiptoe around her about being the red-blue blur. I think that's very hilarious, but it also makes me go, Clark, just tell her that you're the red-blue blur. And I also think with Smallville, I had really good timing with remembering who actors are, like little baby Jensen. I'm like, oh my god, she's so cute. There's been a lot of actors that they've been in like 1 or 2 episodes of Smallville, and when I rewatch Smallville, I'm like, oh my god, they're in this now, or they're in that. But yeah, I think St. Jensen is hilarious because I really didn't get into Supernatural until recently. So when I watched Smallville the first time, I had no clue who he was. And then now that I've become obsessed with Supernatural and I go back and watch these, I'm like, oh my god, look at how cute he is. I mean, he's still cute, to be honest. But I also love the one actor who plays Davis in season 8 and 9, I think. 7 and 8? It might be 7 and 8. But he's also in a show called Being Human, which I also got really into after it was over. And I loved him. He played Aiden. But yeah, I also really liked his character in Smallville. That he was kind of Clark's nemesis, but he was such a good guy and led such a good life. I kind of definitely see now that I've gone through Smallville and then I've started watching Supergirl on the CW, the current Supergirl. I see parallels in their relationships with certain people, and I kind of like that. It's kind of like those parallels. But speaking of Supergirl, the Supergirl in Smallville, I wasn't really fond of her. She's definitely, when somebody says Supergirl, she's who I think of. Because she looks exactly like the comic book version of Supergirl, but I think CW's current Supergirl is my favorite because she's very down to earth, she's very nerdy, she's beautiful, but she's not super duper super modelly, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, why don't we go through, it comes with like a little bonus packet, so it comes with this cute folder, and in said folder we have the little episode guide booklet that also has pictures. I'll thumb through this as well, show you some close-ups. It just gives you, the episode blurbs and all of that. And then it also comes with a copy of the Daily Planet. It says Superman Saves the Day is the headline. It doesn't, oh yes it does, October 15th, 2017. Which hasn't passed yet. Oh yeah, because it's 2018, right? But yeah, so it has like the weather and stories. I love that it has comics on the back. I mean, it's like a full-blown newspaper. It's really cool. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm very thankful to Mike for digging all of that out of his office and finding it all for me and putting it together. I'm eternally grateful. I can't believe that somebody would do that for me. I mean, we haven't known each other very long, so it's a really big surprise. He gives me little things like that all the time, and he knows I'm super appreciative of it, and I love all of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my thumbing through my complete series of Smallville. Please let me know your comments, and if you like the series, what seasons you loved, what seasons you hated. If you're like me and it just blends into one giant who knows how many hour film in your head, because I honestly couldn't tell you differences. But yeah, I think overall Clark is probably my number one, I would say, constantly. But yeah, I love Lex the first few seasons, and yeah, everybody's just great. Lana just needs to get out though. She can go walk off a cliff. But yeah, again, let me know your opinions down below. I'd love to talk Smallville with you, especially because it's been a while since I've seen the beginning seasons, and I'm currently in the last 2 seasons, so let me know down below. Please don't spoil anything, although by the time this goes up, I'm probably going to be finished, because she gave this to me in time for a holiday weekend, so thanks Timmy, thank you Mike, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on things. Website will be up soon. So yeah, I will see you guys sooner rather than later. So goodbye.